Yo, it's one of the guys. This Houston Sports Talk back in the video today into the Sacramento. We're going to be talking about the Sacramento Kings potentially signing Russell Westbrook, 9-time All-Star, 2-time scoring champ, 3-time assist champ, and 2017 MVP. There are still a lot of big free agents available. This wasn't a very huge free agency class this year, and a lot of the big names are off the board. A lot of the big unrestricted free agent names are off the board, but there are still some, you would say, solid guys that are still out there in free agency. You've got in the unrestricted land, you've got veterans like Russell Westbrook and Gary Payton II and Malcolm Brogdon and Ben Simmons at the guard position. And then look in the restricted free agency world. Maybe it's more likely that some of these players re-sign with their own teams, but guys like Jonathan Kuminga and Josh Giddey and Cam Thomas are still free agents. And I think it's possible one or two of those guys could potentially leave their teams. And I'm not really talking about Josh Giddey when I say that. I'm mainly looking at looking at Jonathan Kuminga and Cam Thomas when I say that. I think, but it's probably most likely Kuminga leaves his team. The Sacramento Kings are our team that is interested in Kuminga. But we are going to talk about Russell Westbrook and him potentially going to the Kings, because there was a Bleacher Report, that the Kings are eyeing Russell Westbrook and want to sign him and add him into their team, but are also looking to trade one of Devin Carter or Malik Monk before signing Russell Westbrook. This would make sense. I mean, just because of the fact that they've already added in Dennis Schroeder, a point guard. It would be nice to see Dennis Schroeder and Russell Westbrook reunited. They were teammates in OKC for a couple seasons, or maybe it was just one season, the 2018-19 season. I know they were teammates in the 2018-19 season. I think it was just the 2018-19 season. I don't think Schroeder was with OKC in the 17-18 season, but I might be wrong. It might have been 2 seasons, but I'm pretty sure it was just one season in the 18-19 season. In OKC, that they were teammates. They might have been teammates as well in LA in the 22-23 season. I believe they were. They were teammates in LA as well in the 22-23 season. So teammates twice, Schroeder and Russell Westbrook, but I think they had more chemistry definitely when they were in OKC, on the same team in OKC. But Russ this year was with Denver in the 24-25 season, 28 minutes per game, 75 games. Played solid. I mean, for coming off the bench most of the time, played solid. Averaged 13 points per game, 6 assists per game, 5 rebounds per game, almost 1.5 steals per game. Had his best 3-point shooting season since the 2018-19 season, his last year in OKC. So he would definitely be a solid signing for the Sacramento Kings, and I think it would be interesting to see who would be the starting point guard for Sacramento. Who would be the starting point guard for Sacramento if they had Westbrook and Dennis Schroeder. Like, Dennis Schroeder was a starter in Brooklyn, was a starter his entire time in Brooklyn, then got traded to Golden State, was kind of a part-time starter, part-time bench player in Golden State, then went to Detroit. And obviously since they had Cade Cunningham, he came off the bench his whole time in Detroit. But Schroeder is a starter caliber player. Obviously, Russell Westbrook is a starter caliber player. I think it'd be interesting to see whether it'd be a competition between Schroeder, recently signed Kings player, and Russell Westbrook if he joined the Kings. And honestly, I feel like we talk about the the Devin Carter, Malik Monk thing, of that how one of them would be traded if they signed Russell Westbrook. I would say I think it would be more likely that it would be. That it would be Malik Monk that would be traded of the two. But that's just my opinion. But what could they get for Malik Monk would be the question. What kind of assets can they get back for him? If you can't get a good package back for him, maybe just don't trade him. And that's another former teammate of Russell Westbrook's, Malik Monk. In the 21-22 season, Malik Monk played 76 games for the Lakers, 37 starts, 14 points per game. So him and Russ played with each other in LA in the 21-22 season. Could they be reunited? Who knows? But let me know your thoughts on the potential signing for the Sacramento Kings. How do you feel about Russ potentially joining the Kings and one of Malik Monk or Devin Carter potentially being traded for that to happen? That's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and peace out.